1789 to 1793 Confederate Government Files, Chapter 11, Bankruptcy Number 1 via the Constitution for the United States of America. On February 21, 1787, Congress called for a constitutional convention to be held in May to revise the Articles of Confederation. Between May and September, the convention wrote the Constitution for the States United, which retained some of the features of the Articles of Confederation and gave considerably more power to the new federal-bodied Confederate government. Among other things, the new Constitution allowed the government to tax the citizens of the sovereign states united. The new federal-bodied Confederate government was named the United States of America, being changed from the previously known as Several States United, Union of Several States of the Union, Sovereign States United names and aliases. There was an unpayable outstanding war debt among the Confederate government and sovereign states of 17 million silver lira from French banks, all due on December 1, 1789. Therefore, a bankruptcy charter had to be drafted. All constitutions are bankruptcy charters, contracts, or compacts. On September 17, 1787, 12 state delegates approved the Constitution. It was adopted in 1789 and amended in 1791. The states had thus become constitutors. Constitutor, in the civil law, one who, by simple agreement, becomes responsible for the payment of another's debt. Black's Law, Dictionary 6th ed. The states were now liable for the debt owed to the King of France, but the people of America were not. The people are not a party to the Constitution because it was never put to them for a vote, nor were they signers of it, therefore not parties to the compact between the states and the government. The states divided up the debt owed by the Confederate government to the French and placed rules on the government for whom they were sharing in repayment of the debt. Therefore, the official year of the bankruptcy of the National Confederation Government of the States United was 1789, when the Constitution was adopted. The Constitution, a bankruptcy compact, designated and limited the powers of the newly established National Confederate Government and restricted its venue to a district not exceeding 10 miles square in areas purchased for forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. The Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people, it is an instrument for the states, people to restrain the government. Patrick Henry, the judge in the Padelford case stated, "But, indeed, no private person has a right to complain, by suit in court, on the ground of a breach of the Constitution. The Constitution, it is true, is a compact, but he is not a party to it. The states are the parties to it, and they may complain. If they do, they are entitled to redress, or they may waive the right to complain." Padelford, Fay and Company versus the mayor and aldermen of the city of Savannah, Georgia. Patrick Henry boycotted the Constitutional Convention of 1787 because, as he so eloquently put it, "I smell a rat," and suspected the worst, that the independent colonies that had thrived for over a century were to be herded under one consolidated government, a vast government apparatus founded not on liberty, but on the bureaucratic dreams of monarchists and mercantilists like Alexander Hamilton.